Today, a rudiment lesson for you. We're going to look at the Flam Tap, which is obviously directed to the, directly related to the flam. But the Flam Tap is essentially double strokes with flams. All right, so if you know what a double stroke roll is, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. We're going to do a flam at the start of each of that. Okay, so breaking it down again, as always, PDF has notation of this. We've got a flam, so we're going to do right, and then another right, and then we're going to do it the other way around. So left with the flam, obviously, and then left. All right, so if you add them together, you kind of get this. Important to also remember that when you get the Flam Tap happening, you'll end up having sort of 3 strokes happening per hand. So the double stroke itself, and then the little one that happens leading into the other hand, okay? So it's a great exercise for your wrist because you're actually doing, instead of a double stroke roll, you're basically almost doing triples, okay? So if you haven't looked at the Flam Tap before, really good time to get started on it. It's a really cool thing. To start with, what we're going to do is I'm going to play you an idea, which is to break up the flam. This is something that I try and do as much as I can, if possible. What we're going to do now is we're going to basically do a Flam Tap, but I'm going to split it up between the floor tom and the snare, and you'll be able to sort of see that difference between the triples happening in both hands. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate it for you first, and then I'm going to actually use it as a fill. Okay, so this is what it sounds like. Okay, so now you get the idea about how that can work. And obviously, movable anywhere, right here, but you could do left up there, world's your oyster, okay? On the PDF, I've written another couple of examples of ideas that I use sometimes as well, okay? Now, we're going to take it a little step further. A really cool thing to do, if you've got the bass drum chops for it, is to play... on the snare drum, we're going to do Flam Taps as semiquavers or 16th notes. So 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. And what I'm going to do with my bass drum is I'm going to follow each of the strokes as well. So do. Takes a while to get going, but it's a really effective little fill. You saw me playing it in the opening sequence there. So again, I'm going to play a groove. Actually, before that, I'll demonstrate it first on the snare, and then I'll play a groove and use it as a fill, all right? One key thing that I'm going to do with it, though, is I'm going to start soft and get louder, okay? Because it's just so much more dramatic than just going blah, 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 okay? So have a listen and see what you think. This is something you might find you might use, okay?